Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Minnesota Twins discussion video. Today's video is going to be about execution and the Twins not doing that with runners in scoring position. Maybe I'm not the only one to notice this. I'm sure you guys have. You've kind of alluded to it down in the comments a little bit, but we suck with runners on scoring position. At least in the last 4 games, we have been awful. I mean, we have been bad production-wise. Going along with that, with runners in scoring position, we have struggled. And in all of these games that we have lost, it's been 2 runs or less. 5-3, 5-3, 5-4, right? 5-4 yesterday, I believe. So we are totally capable of winning these games. We are just not producing this much one time, and that's hurting us. And honestly, I have my speculation. I'm going to go through it in this video. Maybe you guys have yours. That's why we have the comment section, so we can talk about all this. I think we're trying too hard to hit home runs. I know you guys had, a couple of you guys at least have said that in the comments. I said it yesterday. We are trying too hard to hit home runs. In the last 4 games, so the Angels lost yesterday, the second loss of the Detroit series, the win, and the first loss of the Detroit series. Let's go through our hits with runners in scoring position and men left on base. So in the first game, when we lost 5-3, let's look at this. 10 men left on base. Oh, shoot. I should write this down. 10 men left on base, 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. In the win, we did get the win here. However, we left 10 guys on base, and we went 4 for 12. We are 20 guys left on base in 2 games. Let's go to the final game of the Detroit series, where we again lost 5-3. 11 runners in scoring position. We are up to 31 runners in scoring position, or not runners in scoring position, excuse me, runners on base, left on base. 1 for 5. And finally, yesterday, with the loss to the Angels, one more time, 8 runners in scoring position, 0 for 10. If you can do math, maybe a little bit better than me, that is what, 38 runners left on base in 4 games? That's really bad. And then we are 5 for 32 with runners in scoring position. That is also very bad. And like I said, I think it's because we're trying to go up there and hit a home run every single time. I'll say this first. I don't think we are a home run hitting team. We have hit a lot of home runs, but at the beginning of the season, the first 35 games of the season, regardless of these last 4, we have hit the ball all over the park. Sometimes it goes out. Sometimes it doesn't. I mean, we only average like 2 to 3 home runs per game. Recently, we've had a guy on base, so that helps a little bit. Obviously, when you score 3 home runs with 2 guys on base, that's 6 runs. I'm good at math. So that helps a little bit, right? When you can walk, get a hit, get another hit, and it's a big hit like a home run. Even if we're hitting 2 to 3 home runs a game, that's still not bad, obviously, right? We've won several games, several close games because of a home run. Houston with Andrianza. There's others. But we've also lost because we're developing our team, or we're trying to develop the team into only hitting home runs. We do not want to become the Dodgers. We do not want to become the Yankees. They do not win World Series. The first 35 games, I guess I should have gone through all the numbers, but that would have been a lot. That would have taken a long time. We've been very productive. I talked about that. I mean, when we score 6 runs on 7 hits, 12 runs on 18 hits, 15 runs on 19 hits. I think that was the Baltimore game. Maybe I'm wrong about that one, but that's what I'm talking about. Yes, we hit home runs in those games. I'm not saying we shouldn't hit home runs at all, but when we are only going up there with guys in scoring position with 1 out or 2 outs, that's not good. Literally, I want to point to Max Kepler last night. I think Max Kepler, there were definitely other cases of this, but Max Kepler, I think, had the worst case scenario last night. There was nobody out. Before I get to that, we have hit with 2 outs so many times. And yes, that is contributing to the problem. Obviously, when you get a hit with 2 outs, there's no room for error. You pop out, maybe a deep fly, instead of getting a guy home or advancing him from second to third because there are 1 or no outs, 2 outs obviously ends the inning. We have done that so many times. Can I see that? 2 out, I can just see 2 out RBIs. I don't see 2 out hits. Literally, look at the last 4 games. Almost every one of our hits. I think 6 of our 7 hits last night came. That's not true because Polanco had no outs when he hit the home run. Like, at least half of our hits last night came with 2 outs. And again, just look back to previous games. How many times we have had 2 outs and we get a hit. And then we can't do anything with it because, like I said, you pop out to, the wall, fly out to the wall, deep right field, that would score a run. Or at least advance him from second to third. Maybe even advance him from first to second. There's productivity in those outs. With 2 outs, can't do that. And, like I said, last night, I think this was the absolute worst example of it. Kepler came up. He pinch hit for Andrianza. Ostadillo had hit a double. It was like the 3rd pitch of the inning. No outs. Hits a double. I was like, okay. We were only down 5-4 at this point. Honestly, I don't know about you guys. I don't think we tied the game at one point. And that's what we want. Like I said, we've been in every single one of these games. And we've just failed to execute one time. I'll start specifically with this game. Ostadillo hit a double. Kepler comes up. He's a pull hitter. We know this. He's hit the ball very well. What does he come up and do? Swings, misses, swings, pops it up in foul territory. Both times, it looked like he was swinging for a home run. Let's go back to the game when it was one of the 2 losses. Was it this one? The second one? Crone. I think it was this one. When we left 11 guys on base. Crone came up with the bases loaded. 1 time for sure. I thought it was 2 times. The bases were loaded twice. And we had guys on second and third once. What did we do? We came up looking to swing for the fences. Each time we've had a chance. Last night, when it was 5-4, and we had a leadoff double, Kepler pops out. And it didn't even feel like we were in that game. In this game, the Detroit game, the second game in the Detroit series that we lost, when Perez was pitching, we were in that game the entire time. Besides Hildenberger's little errors that he gave up in the 7th inning, we had basically tied that game at 3. He gave up 2 runs. Obviously, that changes the perspective, but we were basically tied. In last night's game, we were tied at, 4? Was it 4 in the 4th inning? 5th inning. We had come back and tied the game. I don't think it ever felt like a tie. We scored first, gave up 3 or 4 runs, came back and tied the game, and then we gave up a home run. Did it ever feel like we were in that game? That's a genuine question. Like, these past 3 losses out of our last 4, does it ever feel like we were in this game? Besides the first 2 innings when we actually had the lead, I don't ever feel like we had control of this game, like we knew we could have a chance, because Buxton last night struck out twice on high fastballs. You've seen him crush fastballs lately. That goes back to these guys missing major league fastballs. Now, last night, I don't know who pitched. Robles, Buttery, both those guys had 97 mile an hour fastballs. That's understandable. But when Cave is missing 92 mile an hour fastballs, coming up there swinging for the fences, he misses, strikes out. I know Cruz has done it a couple times. Kepler has done it a couple of times. It goes back to that. We are trying so hard to hit a home run when Ossadillo is standing on second base with nobody out, and there's a gap to the right or left side, and we decide we're just going to swing for the fence. It's not good. You're not going to win games by hitting a home run. That's why the Dodgers will never win a World Series. That's why the Yankees haven't won a World Series in a while. Because they've developed their team so much around power that they are so reliant on home runs, and when they don't hit them, they lose. We've hit home runs. We are a good hitting team. Lately, we've been relying on the home run. And like I said, I don't want to turn into the Dodgers or the Yankees. Another part of that is the lineup. That's not necessarily the biggest factor, I think. I think it's just mainly we're not being productive when we need to. We're not playing fundamental baseball. We're not advancing a guy from second to third with a weak ground ball or a bunt because we tried to hit the home run and be the hero. So guys, let me know what you guys think about, what Kepler did last night. I mean, I don't want to throw Kepler under the bus, but that was just the biggest, come on, dude. For me, other guys have done it the last 4 games. They're just missing fastballs and trying too hard. I don't know, man. But let me know what you guys think about, what's going on with the team. These guys that are just trying to hit home runs, what they can do to fix it. That's my take on it. I think this video will help clear some things up if, you were not thinking the same thing as me. But if you do disagree, let me know down in the comments below. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're a Twins fan or enjoy baseball or like what I'm doing here. And, say hi in the comments below so I can respond to you. And I like doing that. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to come back later for the game review, and we'll see you then.